welcome to Backward Star Galactica, a program where we've watched Battlestar Galactica starting at the end, moving forward, and now here we are to talk about it. I'm Jesse, that's Wilder.
Worst one yet.
Come on, that was good.
You sound like a little preppy schoolboy.
You don't like that? That's no good?
Where's your book bag, nerd?
All right, I'll do it manly.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a show where, hey, suck my buns. Why don't you? How was that one? Tough? The tough guy, good one?
I liked that one.
Yeah.
Suck my buns is a tough guy thing to say. If someone ever says suck my buns, you know that he mean bitten it.
Yeah. And he fully intends on having you suck them buns.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is you get your lips ready because you got some buns to suck.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. This is season 4, episode something.
5.
5 episodes called The Road Less Traveled. Of course, the Robert Frost poem. I almost said Jack Frost. You know the poet Jack Frost? He's a snowman.
Yeah. Also, I don't think that's the name of the Robert Frost poem, you dipshit.
Oh, what's it called? Two Roads?
No, it's Road Not Taken.
Oh, typical schoolboy nerd.
Yeah. Well, we both were like English creative writing majors, so I don't know why.
Nah, I never went to school. I was raised on this mean streets.
Which one?
The mean street?
Is that like a boulevard? Is that a street?
Mean Street Lane.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
a street lane. They.
So it's called
this
Mean
episode,
Street.
We got a new character.
Yeah, and then she was immediately blowed up.
Blew him up.
Can you? How obvious was it that she was about to die? That was the most no shit. This person we had never seen. We're jumping way ahead, but there's a character we've never seen before crawling around the underside of a ship like a little Spidey man. And she has about one line, and she goes, "Everything looks normal." It doesn't look normal. It couldn't look less normal. It's there's a huge gaping hole in it with some gas leaking out, and then after staring at the same spot for who knows how long, she goes, "Wait a minute, there's a leak."
And then blammo.
And then blammo slammo, she is blowed up. Oh,
Yeah.
Rugrats all blowed up.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Her name was
Did we catch her name?
Matthias or Matthias?
Oh,
Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias.
That's usually a man's name.
I think, first of all, gender's a spectrum, dipshit. Why don't you learn something? It's 2018. Second of all,
Damn.
I think that every name on this show is just a shade harder than the name it's based off. Like, you could be, like, Gaius. There are people named Guy. There's no one named Gaius.
Yeah.
Like, Galen. Maybe your name is Gail or Lynn. Stop it. Stop with Galen. Stop it.
Speaking of Galenhole, welcome to the leaderboard, my friend.
Yeah,
Welcome
he's a fucking
to the leaderboard.
Machine this episode.
God,
Good
he is
lord.
Awesome in this episode. And you know what? Kind of a good actor.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
He might be he's one of the better actors of this crew for sure.
He really started out in the slimy, gummy slime holes of the shit list.
Right.
And with force, a little elbow grease, and some can-do attitude, he has climbed his way to the leaderboard. And right now, sitting comfortably at the top.
Yeah, he kicked ass. He he does a lot of just to talk more about his acting. He does a lot of acting off himself. A lot of his moments are like he's by himself or in his room with his baby.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, he leaves that baby a lot. Who's taking care of that baby?
Oh, spirits in the boat. Spirits in the boat.
Yeah, the boat spirits.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about boat spirits on another episode. We did that once already.
Welcome to our Boat Spirits podcast.
Might as well be, as much as it comes up.
And he also just talks a lot of shit to Gaius, and that gets me going.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't just talk shit. I mean, we'll get to the part where he screams at him. Well, and he puts a fucking Undertaker on him, about near chokeslams him.
Yeah.
But okay, so that was the only new character, right? Matthias, the Splody Matthias.
Yeah, Splody Matthias is dead, so that means I guess we'll be seeing lots more of her.
Right, and then this was the introduction to
Blondie.
Yeah, you keep calling him Blondie, but like I think his hair is white. Like I don't even think he's blonde.
Hair color's a spectrum, dude. 2018.
Oh, don't do that.
What's his name?
I have no idea. Also, is he a Cylon? He is, right?
I don't know. No, I don't think so because
I think he is.
I think he's not because they keep talking about like other Cylons and he's never brought up. So clearly he like once kidnapped Starbuck.
Yeah, he knows a lot about her. He like knew her on New Caprica, and apparently she's killed him several. But he said, "You've killed me several times, and like I've come back." Like
I guess that kind of does it. I'm still looking forward to this big old nebula they keep talking about. That apparently.
Oh boy, they are teasing Nebula.
Oof.
I bet you. Let's make a gentleman's bet right now that it will explain nothing, and we will still be so confused.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Shit list. I got a couple.
Yeah. It was a rough and tumble episode.
Yeah.
For the old cast of the Battlestar.
This Cylon guy we're talking about, shit list. He don't do me nothing. And also that little baby who like loves the Gaius channel.
Right.
Who like started crying after Galen turned it off. Right. That's no and good, then Galen, baby.
Galen just turns it back on angrily and then goes back to skipping rope by himself, just training to kill Gaius, I guess.
I didn't understand like who that was. At first, I kind of was hoping it would be Eddie J. Just jumping rope.
Yeah, where was
he's being a little jump rope boy.
No, where was Adama this episode?
Probably drinking in a dark room.
Yeah, we didn't get any of him.
It's been a minute since we had an Adama freak out, and I miss him.
I'm jonesing.
I gotta get my fix.
Can I give you another leaderboard?
Please.
Do you know we talked about Galen as the best actor? I thought Eye Patch was the worst actor, but hello, Tub Lord. So nice to meet you. You're bad at this.
I wrote that down too. You know what? Eye Patch has actually grown on me. His acting.
Yeah.
Tub Lord was bad in this episode. He was acting his fucking brains off. That scene where he's staring. There's like one specific shot.
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. When he's talking to Guy in the little holding cell,
and it's like an upward looking shot at Tub Lord. He's got some wild and crazy eyes.
It's like that. I don't know what GIF it is, but it's like that GIF where that like kid with the like braces is like acting shocked, where he's like, like, and it's zooming in.
Oh,
I don't know if you know what I'm.
I know you're the guy with the long hair.
Yes.
And he's pointing.
When he says there's more, I think the quote is the dude says, "We are more than we are," which classic.
Oh boy, yeah, classic Tub Lord.
And then Tub Lord just like...
There was a brief mention of his athletic career, but I didn't understand it.
Okay, so I wrote those down in the notes because I found them the most important part.
Ooh.
He was a forward guard, which is great because you just took both basketball positions and made him one.
Yeah, he definitely didn't play basketball, though.
Right. Well, he played Pyramid, man. We talked about this.
No, we don't know that.
Yes, man. He played Pyramid. He definitely did.
I thought he played football.
Clearly not. He said forward guard, and that is not a fucking thing.
So it's Pyramid.
And then he mentioned, I think, the team that he was on. He was like Sea Buckles, right? And Tub was like,
Sea Buckles?
What the fuck did you just say? And he's like, forward guard.
Yeah, you're pretty
good too. I could tell you wanted more though. And then Tub Lord just like wets his pants. I don't know what his acting was, but it was out of control.
It was no good. Tub Lord, be better at your job.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, and he had a couple moments, like the moment at the end of the episode where like a mutiny is sort of happening, and he's just like looks on in shock. And it's like,
mutiny
think about
happening
what you're doing.
Just because Starbuck is going along with this motherfucker.
Okay, so this is interesting to me. How do you feel about this? Do you agree with Starbuck? Are you #Team Starbuck?
I kind of am. Though, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't have all the information.
I would love us in the like fucking console room, and everyone is like drawing a line and picking sides, and we're like, well,
what do you guys think?
I don't super know what's up. What y'all up to?
Can you explain the situation to us again? We would be not very useful on the Battlestar.
Yeah, even if we did know everything about what had happened before
what
times.
What positions do you think we would have? Like, what would be our jobs on the
Oh,
Galactica?
I mean, we would be. I think like you would be a lunch lady, and I would be like an engine boy, just a little. I'm in like a little hamster wheel running to power the jumps.
But not appointed, like self-appointed. We chose those jobs ourselves.
Right, because those jobs don't exist.
Yeah,
lunch lady and hamster boy are not. Hi, welcome to our new podcast, Lunch Lady and Hamster Boy.
Oh God! Look,
Yes.
Do you got any more shit list or leaderboard? I don't have really a loony bird of the week.
Okay, so first of all, I disagree with you about Starbucks' plan. I think that she is acting crazy. Like, because my thing is, I don't get why they can't just come back. And dude, Helio, or whatever the fuck his name is, says that. He's like, because her whole deal is she's like, we have to go, we have to check this out. And he's like, well, why don't we go get supplies? Like, we should tell them we're doing this, because he said he's going to leave if we don't. And she's like, no, we got to go now.
What was her reason for needing to go right away?
She thinks that, like, it's an opportunity that's going to close. She thinks that,
I
like...
get that. I mean, they've been searching for what? For, like an hour for Earth already. We're looking for at least an hour.
At least...
Maybe
a good hour.
Maybe 2 hours.
Maybe hour 2, yeah.
So, like, they got to take these opportunities.
Starbuck is on my shit list. She's, like, pretty wild. And also, can you explain why her hair is very wet this entire episode?
I can't. I also want to know what's going on with her arms.
What's going on with her arms?
They were dirty.
Oh, got dirty arm syndrome.
Yeah, they got dirty arms. No, but she had like some tattoo-looking things that I had never noticed before. She had tattoos all over her arms.
Yeah, man, for sure.
The whole time?
For sure. I mean, imagine how bonkers it would be if they didn't, because we're watching the show backwards. So she removed them. They got wiped off.
I couldn't tell if they were There was something strange about her arms.
Huh.
It looked like she had like some blood on her arms too.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. She's a warrior.
Maybe she did something bad.
Filthy, dirty, nasty.
Ooh.
Anyways, she's shitless. Her hair was too wet, and she does. I don't know who's directing her to just like, oh, you're brooding now, so you need to cock your head towards the ground and like look up at people. But like her head is like permanently at like a 45-degree angle, so her wet, sloppy hair is in her eyes. It's gross as hell to me.
Wet, sloppy hair.
Yeah, I wrote wet, sloppy hair in my notes. And I made the font size bigger.
You hear that?
So that I wouldn't forget. Yep.
You hear that?
Yes.
It's the horns. It's one horns.
Thank
one horns,
God.
Please.
One order of horn, please.
Coming right up.
Just like the lunch lady. This week, our program is so grateful to be sponsored by A Good Night's Rest.
Ooh.
Yes. Drink in that fucking REM sleep. Yes. Oh, God.
Multiples of 90 minutes, of course. That's how you. That's when your REM cycles reset.
Yeah, you are a little. Why don't you explain? You're a little sleep mathematician boy.
Yeah. So I did some science. I ran the datums. I went to the lab, and I came out with a potion. And the potion is, you get up. So your REM cycles reset about every 90 minutes.
First of all, you went to the internet, not a lab, and you didn't come out with anything. But continue.
No. I did lab stuff in my lab. I got a laboratory. Where do you think I'm recording this from, bub?
Okay, get to the science, lunch lady.
If your REM cycles reset about every 90 minutes, the move that I do, and I used to be a little sleepy boy around 3-4 o'clock every day of my life, for always. And then I started doing this, and it has largely improved my rest. So you get up about an hour and a half before you set your alarm, an hour and a half or before you need to get up, and then you just take a walk around the room, take a little pee-pee if you need to. Make yourself a nice caprese salad, possibly, and then you go back to bed, and you sleep for exactly an hour and a half, and you feel good, because you're not in the middle of a REM cycle.
Okay, I have some questions about this, because you told me this, and I thought it neat, and then I didn't do it, because it sounds like a pain in the ass. First of all, you do this every day? Like you really...
Like, if I've been too drunk the night before, I certainly don't.
Okay, but you do it more days than not. I
do it most weekdays.
Okay, Second question: do you ever have problems falling back asleep after your little jog around the home?
Occasionally. I don't really do a jog. I'll just kind of wait. I'll just like wake up and then maybe stand up and then get back into bed. And then for the most part, I can fall right back to sleep.
I bet if someone was like watching you, they would think you were haunted. If you just if you just stood up,
yeah,
and like
in
just,
Paranormal Activity when that girl just stands over the bed. That's me.
Yeah.
I go into all my roommates' rooms and I just stand over their faces.
Okay, but even if
hot breath.
Okay, good.
Well, generally I have to take a pee-pee in the morning, so that's what I do for the most part, and then I'll just go right back to bed.
Yeah, I mean, but even if you aren't a fucking sleep scientist like Lunch Lady Wabu,
can I just interrupt you for 1 second to talk about pee-pee? Because I think about this a lot. How crazy is it that we don't pee our pants at night?
Speak for yourself, big dog. I'm pissing myself all the time.
Well, that sucks for you. Shout out to the human body for not letting me pee my pants when I sleep.
Yeah, and
I just hold it while I sleep. That's amazing.
It is, and because your body's in like low, it's in like sleep. I mean, you know how your computer goes into sleep mode. It's the same situation. Mode. Yeah, your battery's running low, and so you're doing that.
You'd think it'd be the opposite. You'd think I'd be peeing and pooping all night.
Why would you think that?
Because I'm not telling myself to not do it.
Oh, sure, but your body switches. It switches on. It's like how sometimes you'll wake up even though your alarm didn't go off because your body knows like it's time to wake up, dipshit.
You ever meet those fucking freaks who just wake up when they're supposed to? They don't even set alarms.
Yeah,
I know a couple of those people. They can go straight to hell.
You know what they sound like to me? Fucking number 1, liars. Number 2, boring. I don't care. Keep your stupid alarm clock brain to yourself.
What kind of alarm
Nobody gives a shit.
What's your alarm sitch?
Oh, I'm a filthy little mess when it comes to my alarm. I'm one of these like set 4 alarms.
I do that when I have to go to the airport.
Oh well, of course, yeah.
But
also
life.
you're like a little bing bong. What time do you wake up? Like 10 a.m. every day? I feel like you're never awake. I wake up every morning at 5:45 a.m. because of my job. Yeah, so I have to set all those alarms, or else I will most definitely snooze and booze and just go right back to sleep.
I don't care for that. I have my little robot slave who wakes me up.
Okay, very good. You know what I do like? The iPhone's like bedtime mode. You fucked with that at all?
Yeah, where the colors change?
No. When you go to your clock, at the middle now. There's a thing that says bedtime.
What?
And it asks you what time you have to wake up, and then asks you how many hours you'd like to sleep.
Oh, and I haven't even seen this before.
Yeah, baby. And so it tells you
bedtime.
It's great if you have a alarm that is like a baby's mobile. It's like bling bling bling.
Okay, because you're a baby.
Yeah, and it says baby. And it's your phone literally says time for bed.
I don't like to be spoken to like a baby.
No, I love to be. Are you kidding me? Imagine if you never had to go to the bathroom again. You could just go poopy and pee-pee in your panties, and somebody would change them for you.
That's no good. That's gross. And guess what? I'm a man. Ain't nobody telling me when to go to bed, let alone my phone.
Anyways, you program it to tell you. It's basically you telling yourself, idiot.
Okay, well, so thank you. Good night's rest.
Yeah, thank you. Good night's rest. Everyone should go get them. Everyone loves it. It's universally loved. The cool thing about that is nobody ever wakes up and is like, oh, I've slept too good last night. Shit.
Yeah, it's great. You wake up and you feel sprightly. You're like, I could do anything. Mm-hmm. I killed a bald eagle last week because I got so much rest.
Yeah. Sick.
I'm wearing it right now.
Like a hat, or was it like a vest?
Just like a little vest. Like, you know what Zach Galifianakis wears in Dinner for Schmucks?
Yep.
It's that. Whatever that piece of clothing is. So Battlestar Galactica is a show that we talk about. And in it this episode, it's mostly about this mutiny forming against Starbuck. Hilo is leading it. We already talked about that. And Galen Cole has a little side plot too. Why don't you tell him about Galen Cole's side plot?
Side plot is we get a scene of Gaius sitting on what looks to be a literal throne in like
it's fully a cult with Gaius. He's like the Rajneesh.
He's wearing pajamas, little baby boy pajamas.
Yeah, he's a fucking banana in pajama.
Yeah. And also remember, like we were speculating, are they a live broadcast? It seems to be yes.
Yeah, so he's the kid from Wet Hot American Summer, just nonstop talking to no one.
Right. Well, and that's the crazy
thing.
We know who he is talking to because someone will ask him a question. Like, this woman comes up, I guess another new character, but she's nameless, and she's like, I feel rage. My family's dead. And then to answer her question, he turns on the microphone, and he's like, I know you're pissed or whatever, but
God wanted this. This is what the gods want.
Yeah, but then he said God's not real, and then later in the episode, he said he talks to God. I don't understand his position on...
Let me tell you something about Gaius. He sucks the most of any person I've seen in a television show. I don't like him. I don't like him at all, and I don't care for him. He's no good. He's no good. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think I'm picking it up.
I don't like Gaius.
Right. So we get that horseshit, and then Starbuck, like you said, Starbuck
Hot Dog shows up. Hot Dog Costanza.
Yeah, they're all doing
man in Hollywood.
Yeah, the gang's all there. Tub Lord is insane. He punches guy like he is a real loose cannon, which I do appreciate. That like I really thought after we saw him give his fucking I like sports because of math speech. I thought like, oh, this guy's a big nerd, but he's actually kind of like a meathead.
He sucks. No.
Yeah.
Tub Lord was wild. He's losing his mind.
And there's that whole there's the whole scene where that ship shows up and Starbuck is like talking to that dude in the ship, Blondie. And then they bring him on board, and then Tub Lord, who has not been in the episode at all, walks into scene and says, "What's going on? Where were you, Tub? Were you taking a nani?"
Yeah, he took a little noonie.
He was getting some of that good night's rest. And then immediately punches someone. Imagine if that was your wake up routine. Is you woke up, you were like, I gotta set my minutes 90. I gotta set my alarm 90 minutes before I have to wake up. I have to walk around, maybe take a sip of water, take a pee, and just fucking rock somebody. Just
that is
blast
what
them.
I do every morning.
Yeah, you just walk outside and find the first person you see and just
it don't matter.
Knock on a good one.
It could be a mailman. It could be a friendly farmman. Farmer.
You got them horses behind your house. You ever punch a horse?
Horses. I will get up onto the hoss and I'll just take my scimitar and just Paul Revere style. That's not what I mean. Headless Horseman style. Just decapitate motherfuckers down the street. This is my morning routine.
Sure. And then you go back to bed for 90 minutes. And then I go back to bed
and I get a good little rest.
And so Tub Lord's a lunatic. Sea-Bucks was the name of the team.
The Sea-Bucks. So they spent 4 seconds thinking of a team name, and that's what it was. The Sea-Bucks. Cool.
And then we also get one of the better parts of the episode to me was we get more talk from
Tori, dum-dum. Why can't you say it?
We get because Tori. So it seems like the reason he choked Tori is because Tori is the reason that Galen choked Tori is because Tori killed or is responsible for his wife's death.
Yeah, I fucking told you this already.
Yeah, whatever. And so she comes and talks to him and is trying to talk him down. And then later we see her talking to Gaius, and she kind of dunks on him. Like, I sort of forgot her as a leaderboard, but she kind of...
How'd she dunk on Gaius?
Because he's like, don't tell my plans to anybody. And she's like, oh, I already did. Like, nobody really cares. She says at one point that your numbers are growing, but not with anyone of consequence. And then like kind of laughs and leaves, and he looks like he's gonna cry.
Well, a guy like that, I'll give her some leaderboard cred for that type of shit.
Yeah,
anybody like dunking on Gaius, I'm okay with that.
And it was after she banged him, so that's not great. But I guess she's maybe taking advantage of him.
Yeah, we find out late, or the president finds out later. There was no president in this episode, and that was fine by me.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. Big time. Okay. Well, that's that for that part of what I'm doing. And
so, as we said, Galen is like having a meltdown this entire episode, and he goes to Gaius's little huddle, and Eye Patch shows up briefly. He's like, "We got to get out of here." And Galen seems to pretty much be like,
Galen
you can
dunks
suck
on him too.
My dick." Yeah, he's like, "No, dude, you're fucking a Cylon. Eat shit, motherfucker."
Yeah,
and then he pretty much does.
Ty's like, you know, like, whatever, like, I can live with myself. And Galen's like, I guess that's the difference between you and... I'm gonna do a Galen impression. I guess that's the difference between you and I. I can't live with myself.
What on earth was that?
That's Galen. I guess that's the difference between you and I.
Oh,
Galen
God.
talks.
This is a bad episode
And
again.
Saya's like, oh, I've been banging the Cylon 6. You know how they talk.
So he shows up to that meeting. I don't really get what Gaius said to jack him up, but he disrespects him in some way, and then
he said something about how his wife, like, he's talking about Galen's dead wife a lot, and how she would have, like, really wanted Galen to, like, forgive Gaius, or I don't know what Galen's mad at Gaius for. Rather, the other way around. Nope, not the other way around. I don't know what Galen's mad at Gaius for, but Gaius is basically like, your dead ass wife would have forgiven me. Why don't you try it?
Yeah, and then he reaches out his hand to shake his hand, and it looks for like 1 second Galen's gonna do it, and then he throttles him.
Yeah.
He grabs him by the fucking neck, and it looks Gaius in that moment looks more scared than he could ever be, because he is a big weenie. We already know this. It was so good. And then he like releases him, like everyone freaks out and he releases him, and then just gives him a look like, I fucking let you off the hook. Don't catch me around, because I will finish the job, you little bitch.
Damn, yeah, that was good. Galen. Galen. Oh, yeah. Galen.
And then later, Gaius shows up to Galen's like apartment while Galen's sitting on his bed with a gun on his chest. And
like just waiting for Gaius.
Gaius,
Gaius and Galen. Oh no. Gaius and Galen. Those are too hard to say. We can't keep saying those back to back.
He goes in and is like, I want to apologize. And I like how he's dressed, because he's normally wearing like silken pajamas like we talked about. This, he's got like a big ass sweater and a big ass he looks hella frumpy. It's great.
Yeah, like kind of like the note was, dressed like Jesse McGrath.
I think that's it. Oh, do we know that Gaius is a doctor? We did, right? Because they keep calling him Dr. Baltar.
Yeah, because he's the one that tells him that the water is no good on that planet.
Oh, right. I forgot he was a scientist.
Yeah, Dr. Gaius. Remember, we had a whole thing about it. We came up with a video game.
Oh my God.
It's like you don't even remember our good ass video game idea.
Yeah, it's a bad joke.
It's a bad podcast. So,
well,
I think that'll do it for us here. You can find us on Instagram if you look for our names. You can find us other places if you look for our names. You should check out our website that we never update. It's called Jesse and Wilder's Guide to Life.com. We never update it. You might see something there one day. Thanks for Adam Faye for the art. Thanks to T-Bone Jones for the music.
Bad Todd. Also, on Wednesday, July 11th, if you want to come play video games with me in Brooklyn, I will be at Dromedary Bar at 7:30. We're going to have a Super Smash Brothers tournament. You can come get your ass whooped. I won the last one. You know what it's like to win a tournament you host and take home the prize? Pretty fucking bad feeling. It makes you feel like a jerk.
You shouldn't be allowed to win your own tournament.
No, can I just tell you, actually, I'm not even just promoting my brand here. I usually will, like, you know, not pick my best character or, like, take a dive because I think that it is fucking annoying if I win.
Of course it is.
But this guy showed up who looked like a nerd. I can't even explain him without sounding like an asshole, but he just looked like a Comic-Con nerd. Like a nerd that you are pushed up against at Comic-Con and you're like, oh, no, too close. And he showed up and signed up with an alias, didn't use his real name, of course, and he beat someone who was, like, clearly new to the game, like had not, like, was asking people questions.
You had to teach him a lesson.
Beat them, stood up. They reached out to shake his hand, and he thumbs downed them and walked away.
Oh, so you had to destroy him.
So I fucking incinerated that.
Yeah,
dude.
That's good. You know what? You really turned this story around, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to beat the rest of them because that wasn't like the championship fight or anything. But I just, I was feeling myself too hard. I ripped this man's skeleton out of his body, and I just had to, like, finish the job. So, anyways, I guess you all could just tune in next week for Mike's phone number.
Yeah, you'll just have to get it next week because we simply don't have time to give it out right now.
Yeah.
Later, bitches.
Come on, you don't have to do that. Why you do that?